again, you're welcome to my channel, Inside Life with Bossy Falls, where we talk about the daily realities of life. Of course, if you come here for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Today I'll be talking about how to pass a pertinent information. How to pass a pertinent information. A lot of us don't know how to pass an information. We don't care. We don't even know what to consider. And in the case of passing out an information, we might develop another, if we're not careful, more dangerous information or effects. So, thank you very much and thanks for joining me. Now, the first thing I'd like to talk about for us to consider before passing on information is the content of the information in itself. Yes, we have to be very, very careful how we handle sensitive informations, because there are times where when you get an information, if you are not careful, you may lose it. So please, the first thing you may want to consider before passing on information is the content, the information it's in itself. How sensitive is that information? Am I supposed to say it out or am I supposed to hold it back? So it matters a lot. So the second thing I would like us to consider before sending out an information is the medical condition of the person. Yes, a lot of people moving out there, you don't know, they have medical conditions like high blood pressure and palpitation and any other ones we may not know. Now, sometimes it's very difficult because when they get this information, it becomes difficult for them because they might lose it. Sometimes that's why you see people, when you call them on phone or you just talk to them, the next thing they've collapsed. So it's very, very important because people like this, before we talk to them, sometimes it's very important to meet people like nurses, counselors who understand what it means to have such conditions and talk to them so they know the way they're going to pass out this information. So we have to be very, very careful. So another element I'd like us to consider before we pass on information is the age of the person. Of course, people who are older, they are likely to have high blood pressure, for example, and people who are too young, they haven't really understood life and they cannot really take something like a more mature person will. So if you have to pass out information, you should be very careful about the age of this person. Is this person too young to handle this information? Is this person too old to handle this information? That's why sometimes you even see in some cases when people, I've seen such case when someone died in the family and the grandmom, the great grandmom was still there, and they looked at her age and they said, no, we cannot tell this woman because if we tell her, she may just lose it this day. So what they do is just keep the information away from her. So we have to always know the kind of the age of the person, if this person can be able to handle this information before we pass on. Another thing we have to consider before passing on information is the relationship between the person you're calling and the person consent in your information. For example, you're not going to expect that someone with a first degree relationship, you're going to take a bad news or a good news, like the same person who is maybe fourth degree relationship. Of course, it can never be the same. If you tell someone that a vehicle just knocked down your child, or a vehicle knocked down your neighbor's child, I mean, they are two different things. So you have to understand the degree of relationship between this person and maybe the other person you're talking about in your information. It matters a lot. Another point I would like to make mention of that you have to consider before passing on information is the place. Ask yourself, where is this person? Is this person at home? If it's of course, if it's an information that is not like you really need to know now. Where is this person? Is the person at home? Or is the person in public? It's very, very important. Because imagine you just call someone on the phone and the person picks up the phone and you're like, are you Mommy John? Yes, I want to tell you, the car just knocked down your son and he's dead. I mean, it's different. And maybe you're crossing the road, or maybe you're in, I don't know, you can just lose it. So please always consider the place of this person, because the person might not be safe to handle that kind of information wherever he or she is. So let's make sure we consider the place of the person. Please, it's very, very important. Let us never overlook that. And so now the last but not the least, what we have to consider before passing on information is the time. Oh yes, sometimes we know we have sometimes unsafe for us. It could be period or it could be the time of the day. We know it's not really safe for someone to just come in and you pass this information to this person, and of course, when this person gets this information, this person is going to be, tempted to move over to maybe that location or wherever. And now, sometimes the weather may be really bad. We have crisis, weather crisis. We have sometimes even the hour of the day, it's quite late. It's not safe, and but then because you just pass out this person this information and he or she could not hold himself, he has to come up in that situation, whatever. And in such a situation, it's very dangerous because this person could be harmed. So please, when you pass that information, think about the safety of the receiver. It's very important. Make sure you think about the safety of the receiver. So meanwhile, thank you very much for watching me. I hope you've learned some one or two things on how to pass information, pertinent information. Have you ever received some information somewhere? How did that make you feel? Were you happy with the person who called you to deliver you that information? What did you learn from that? Please, you can always share your experiences on the comment section, and make sure you share the videos, make sure you like the videos, please, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. It's your girl Wasi Forbes in Inside Life with Wasi Forbes. Thank you very much. I love you all. Stay tuned to my channel, my space. Love you.